Hey, this is Jay with Royal Land Company. We got a new property. I wanted to make a property walkthrough video for you, utilizing Google Earth and a bunch of pictures that we took on that site. As you can see, the name of this property is Foundation of Your Future Life. And the reason we picked that name is pretty self-evident here. This is a property at one time had a house on it. From what I understand, the house burned, all the debris was hauled off, and so all that's left is this poured concrete foundation of like a walkout basement. So let's get into Google Earth and see exactly where this thing's at. So here's state of Missouri. Down to the south is Springfield, Kansas City, St. Louis. Zoom in. This is Camden County, Missouri. Here's Camdenton. Running east to west and west to east is Highway 7. Zoom in on that a little bit more, and this is Highway J that comes to the south. Right across of Highway 7 from Highway J just about is Lake Road 7-9. If you'll take Lake Road 7-9 up to the north, it's a good paved road. You'll come to a fork in the road, take the left fork, and the second left that you can make is Irontown Circle. This turns into a gravel road here. Come around the corner and you'll come up to this intersection. Let's see. Got a picture. Here's what that intersection looks like. You can see our sign pointing down to the left. Keep on following down this road. And this is going downhill. At the very bottom is a low water crossing. It looks just exactly like this. So here's that low water crossing. As you can see, our property comes up on this wilderness road, which is just a dirt road. And then the gravel road comes on to the right for this little lake community down here. Sun Valley Cove, I think. This is mile marker 4344 right in here. So this is a pretty cool property. It's 6 acres. It lays real well kind of on this hill. It's not too steep. You can walk all of it really easily. There is this high line that comes along on the backside of the property. So just a power line right of way. If we get back into our pictures that you can see those. So if we come up the hill, if you look up the hill to the right, that is that Sunset Valley Cove neighborhood, and that's that sign right there. I think the next picture shows that. And so here is this property corner. The next picture is this property corner. I've walked down this power line easement, looked over to my left as I was going down, and there's a survey marker that I flagged to make it real easy. So you go down to the bottom, and there's a creek that runs across here. I'll show you a couple pictures of that here in a little bit. But as you start to go back up the hill, you'll see this corner of it. And then the last corner, this one over here, is a flagging on a tree. I wasn't able to find a pin or survey stake, so just using GPS coordinates, I think it's marked pretty close. You can also see this wilderness road is not much of a road, so it's not like you're going to have a lot of traffic coming through here. It's just a 2-track at best once you get past our property here. So if we get into the property itself, got some good pictures to kind of explain some different things about it. So this is the foundation. At one time, there was a circle drive that went from that wilderness road in front of this property. That's what made us want to go rent a piece of equipment and clear all this up. We noticed that it was a rock-lined circle drive and thought that was pretty cool, and figured without too much work, we could get it pretty well cleaned up. It was really overgrown in cedar trees. The other trees hadn't taken too much root, and the cedar trees were just real thick. So I think these smaller trees, now that they can get some good sunshine and have a little more room, will flourish pretty quick. The what I want you to notice in this picture, if I zoom in and you look through the woods, that's actually the lake back there. And so you are going to have a lake view late fall through early spring when the leaves aren't on the tree. And that's everybody always likes that. The other great thing about this property is because it used to be a house, there's already a well drilled. So this is the well casing that goes down. We've been in contact with the well company to see what it'll cost to have a pump put on there and what it would take, to make this a functioning well. That's what that survey flag there is, to make it easy for the well company to find what they're looking for. And this is the other beauty of the house that used to be there. There's electric poles set back behind this with the meter can. Obviously, all the wires pulled out. This isn't live right now, but it wouldn't take much at all to get this service hooked back up. So let's talk a little bit more about this property. Here's that driveway, the rock line driveway that's all cleaned up now. And here's the foundation. This picture, my back is to the lake, looking back up at it. As you can see, it's a good poured concrete foundation. I don't want anybody to get the impression that this would be suitable for rebuilding a house. Probably not. There's lots of cracks everywhere, but it's a great slab. Whether you want to park your camper there, maybe have like a tiny home set, or build your own tiny home utilizing this concrete slab of where the house used to sit. We left a little firewood for your first overnight stay. So this is the back of the property looking along that power line. The property corner, the picture I showed you earlier, somewhere in here. And here's that creek at the very bottom of that power line. In fact, I took a couple of pictures of the creek as it meanders along the edge of our property, just because it's pretty cool. So this is, I walked the creek all the way back and came back up on the backside of that wilderness road just past the corner. And as you can see, Daniel was able to take the equipment we rented and clean that road up nice. The next picture shows that circle drive. So this is the top driveway that comes into the property. You can see the flagging in there. That is that well casing that I showed you earlier. So right there is how that sits. The next picture, I'm standing on the road looking through the trees at the property. You can see there's all kinds of neat rock features up here. And as I said earlier, I think without all the cedar trees, these smaller trees are really going to take hold this summer. And I expect within a couple of years, you won't be able to see, that foundation or the driveway from the road anymore if you're looking for a little more privacy. This is further down the road, looking back up at the property. See if I can get Google Earth back up here. So that is looking, turn this around to the north. About standing here, looking back up this way. And then this last picture is just looking down the driveway, so down this way, and that's Daniel, trying to fill in all of the ruts the best we could. You're going to need some ground clearance to drive up here. The road isn't bad, but it's not perfect by any means. So let's get back and take a look at this property. It's cool. We're asking $19,900 for it. We are going to be able to offer owner financing, but because we have quite a bit more money in this property than we generally do, we are going to require a minimum of $5,000 down payment. But after $5,000, we will owner finance the remainder of it. And we'll figure out a payment that works with your budget. We generally look for somewhere around $250 a month, just because that seems to work out pretty good for most people. If you're in a position you would like to buy this property outright, we will offer a pretty substantial cash discount, so be sure to ask us about that. We've never had a property like this before. I feel like a lot of people are going to have a lot of interest in it. I expect it to sell pretty quick. So if you want to go out there and walk around on this thing, we encourage it. We always want people to walk our properties, walk every inch of it. We want you to be absolutely sure this is the perfect property for you. If you want to do that, give us a call, send me an email, and we'll get you a Google map that'll take you right to it. Go spend an afternoon walking around on this thing, and I hope it fits every need that you got. I appreciate you watching this video. Thank you. Have a great day.